Hispanics are causing panic, baby. Let's do it.
11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. What a fight! I think we're gonna win it. Juan, the Hispanic causing panic, Lascano.
What's going on, everybody? DstyleBoxing here. Thought I'd come on here before we start off the week here on the ATP network. We'll be having Mano a Mano on Maestro, all followed by the infamous show ATP Uncensored, which you can catch only on G Funky Boxing. If you're not already subscribed to them, make sure you do, and make sure you tune into the show. Shout out to LT Boxing y Desmadre, Run PMC, H Money, Chicano Prophet gracing us with his presence, and of course, A-Rod, the enforcer of HCP. How's it going, brother? Dude carrying logs and shit. Dude ain't playing around, you know what I mean? Start shit with me, I'm going to send A-Rod your way, all right? Then he's going to collect that money. He's going to get you, going to pick you up from the ankles. He's going to take out your pocket change and all that shit. He's going to bring it to me, all right? But shout out to everybody, though. Check it out. I just wanted to come on here, and I get it. Like, everybody wants to see Crawford fight a live body. Everybody wants to see Crawford fight a quote-unquote real welterweight. Everybody wants to see Crawford test himself, test his pedal to the metal. A lot of people are taking him off the top pound-for-pound spots because he hasn't done nothing, and this and that, this, that, and the third. Well, it is time for the Crawford. I'm hearing rumblings. I'm hearing rumblings, ladies and gentlemen, that Crawford will be facing Porter, and it's supposed to be a Fox/ESPN pay-per-view. That'll be great. Two big entities, promoting the fight, right? Nowadays, if you get 200,000 buys, apparently it's a star. So that's all they have to get, okay, according to Vanessa Gibbs and them, okay? So shout out to everybody. But all serious, look, I just hope the fight happens. I hope the fight happens, and then the winner could fight the winner of Spence Pacquiao, or I hope Ugas gets in the mix. We can get that belt too, and we can get closer to unifying the division. But let's talk about Crawford versus Porter. I'm going to tell you guys right now. I'm going to tell you this with confidence. I'm going to tell you this with all bullshit aside. I'm going to tell you this right now. First of all, there's a movement out here trying to convince people that Crawford is going to lose to Porter. Keep in mind, a lot of these same people said Crawford was going to lose to Cal Brook. And then they ran to the hills, and Cal Brook, he was overrated, though. He's not the same guy no more. After what Spence did to him, yeah, but you were picking him to pick Crawford. A lot of these same individuals out here on the internet were picking Amir Khan to outbox Crawford up until Crawford knocks him out. Well, that never happened. They always leave that part out. No, he outboxed Amir Khan until Amir Khan quit. Do you understand? No one's really beating Amir Khan like that. Guys have beaten Amir Khan, but no one's like outboxed Amir Khan before the dude either quit or got stopped. Khan was doing pretty solid against Canelo, although I'll argue Canelo was working the body up until that point, but nonetheless, right? He was doing pretty good against Daniel until he got clipped. He was doing good against a lot of guys who got clipped and dropped. Amir Khan did. But when Crawford beat him, all of a sudden it doesn't count. right? It's not the fact that he beat Khan. It's the fact that he was outboxing Khan, embarrassing Khan, showing his boxing levels at a whole nother level to Khan, and then Khan quit. That's what it was. You know, people always said, man, if only Amir Khan had a chin, I mean, he'd be so good. Yeah, well, Crawford proved that, well, whatever good you think that was, he's a lot better. He did make him quit. That's right. And why Max Crawford's a boxing Porter, but he's not knocking them out. I don't know, man. I think it goes 12 as well. Don't get me wrong, but I think Porter gets dropped at least once or twice. Porter lunges in way too much, and he's going to get caught. Crawford's going to time him when he lunges in. He's going to catch him when he comes in. He's going to catch him with some good shots. He's going to hurt Porter. That's what's going to happen. So let's talk about Kell Brook. I get that Kell Brook isn't the same fighter he used to be. And I think everyone can agree to that. But that was a fight that was being pushed by a lot of like Spence supporters for some reason here on YouTube. They were really like pushing for that fight, you know? And I got receipts, by the way. I don't want to hear, oh, no, they did. Oh, yeah, yes, they did. Now, they could have just listened to somebody like me or, somebody with common sense. And just like that fight's a waste of time. I said all this before the fight. Crawford's not going to get any credit for beating Kell Brook. He's not going to get any credit for dominating Kell Brook. He's not going to get any credit for outboxing Kell Brook. He's not going to get any credit for stopping the Kell Brook. None. So why are we doing this fight, I asked. And I even said Crawford has to win in dominating fashion, and he needs to stop Kell Brook, and that's exactly what he did. He stopped him. So two things I want you to take away. One, how we stopped Kell Brook. I have a video out. It's here on my channel. I'll put it in the description later, but Kell Brook gets hit by Crawford coming in. And it's like a two-car collision when they kind of collide. You know what I mean? And he's going to use that type of momentum against Porter. Porter's going to be coming in, and Crawford's going to hit him while he comes in. It doesn't have to be a counter hook. It could be anything. And he can modify, even from the southpaw stance, he can modify his punch. That's another thing he showed us in his Kell Brook fight. But anyway, he's going to catch Porter coming in. Porter lunges in, guys. Porter lunges in. He's going to get caught lunging in. And then when it's going to fucking hurt, then it's going to become tentative. And it's not going to be this aggressive Porter all of you are expecting. Shout out to Nadeem. You're not going to get what you're expecting, guys. You're not going to get this Porter that's going to come in and, he's going to put on so much pressure on Crawford. Like, okay, when he comes in, Crawford's going to neutralize him. He's going to clinch him, and he's going to dictate whether we wait for the ref to break us up, or I'm going to let go and I want to let go. And I don't want to hear, but you see this style. Porter, he's so strong. I mean, he used to play football. He was a big guy. Yeah, what happened to all that strength when Kell Brook was neutralizing him on the inside? Well, what happened to all that strength, all that power from Porter? And by the way, I don't want to hear about power. The dude don't even have a 50% KO ratio. That is abysmal, bro. He has an abysmal KO ratio for a welterweight. Okay? Look at how Crawford handled Kell Brook. Look at how he handled Kell Brook, guys. he handled. Look, Cal Brook felt that power, in fact, and he felt the strength of Crawford. Crawford climbs the ring apron. He looks over at Andre Ward and says, Dre, they don't understand how strong I am. Oh, but these styles, because Cal Brook is washed up. He fucking Adi Golovkin and moved back down to fight Spence. And he had orbital bones, fucked up. And I didn't see Crawford use the orbital bone against Cal Brook. I didn't see that being a factor in that fight. That's number one. Second, okay, I concede Cal Brook wasn't the same. I know that. That's why you had to dominate him, which he did. That's why he had to beat him in more dominant fashion than the other guys did. And he did. But it wasn't a surprise to me. I knew he could have hurt Cal Brook. And I also, but he hasn't fought anybody like big and strong like a Cal Brook. And Cal Brook is big and strong, D-Style. Like, okay, whatever you say. Handled him. Yeah, the last thing to go is power and strength, man. And he mauled and manhandled Cal Brook in their fight. You really think he's sweating what Porter's going to do? You think he's sweating what Sean Porter is going to do? No. It ain't going to happen. He's tailor-made for Crawford, man. Now, I want the fight to happen. He needs to do it. But y'all going to find out there's just a whole nother level to Crawford. And there's a reason why the talk is him versus Spence. The gauntlet, Dickstown, will start with Sean Porter. The PBC Dickstown will start with Sean Porter, and after that, you guys can give him Danny Garcia if you want. After that, you can give him Ukas if you want. Then you can give him Thurman or whatever it is, but then it's going to be the road to that Spence fight. That's what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. The PBC Dickstown is underway. And I hope this fight happens. I hope the fight happens. I hope Porter signs on that dotted line and we make this fight happen. Another win that shows the strength of Crawford is the Horn fight. Now, I know Horn lost to Crawford, got dominated by Crawford. Horn moved up. He lost to Serafa in a competitive fight, by the way. Then he beat him in the rematch. And then he lost to Tim Tszyu. You see, don't underestimate Tim Tszyu now. I'm just telling you that right now. I promise. You know what? I don't think Sean Porter can move up and fuck with Tim Tszyu. So why should we be holding like Horn to this standard? Let's get to be honest with you right now. Mean Machine ain't nowhere near as bad as people made him out to be. And he handled Mean Machine. Oh, but he got dropped. Okay, well, okay. Yeah, it was a quick flash knockdown. He got back up and whooped his ass, though. That's what happened. Now, Nadeem is an expert when it comes to Australian fighters, so let me read this. Horn was done, brother. Never the same post-pack. Look at the Koran fight before Crawford. He was dropping 9 pounds in one day to make the weight. I mean, he was a big dude, though. I'm just saying. Everyone just done after Crawford beats him, I guess. Okay, I mean, I guess. I get it. That's why I'm excited about this fight. Or its possibility of happening. Crawford beating, someone of Sean Porter's stature, which is which is up there. Sean Porter has one of the best resumes at welterweight by far. He's fought everybody. Didn't win all of them, but nonetheless, he got in the ring with these guys, and it's going to be a good barometer. It's going to be a good measuring stick to see where Crawford is. In my opinion, and this is bothering people for some reason, but I'm just telling you guys right now, and I'm saying this with a lot of confidence, and you can go back to every Crawford fight. I've never been wrong. I'm just telling you guys right now, I've never been wrong. So everyone remembers the results, right? Like everyone had Crawford beating Khan. True. But there was a lot of you out here that had Khan outboxing him until Crawford knocks him out. That never happened. I told you that wasn't going to happen. Everybody was picking, for the most part. There was a couple of people very confident about Cal Brook beating Crawford, by the way, but that's not here nor there. But most had Crawford winning, but nobody wanted to just say it. It's going to dominate him and stop him with ease. And it's going to, like for some reason, people just don't want to say these things. I am telling you right now, it's going to be an easy fight. It's going to be an easy night. Now, no fight is easy, but you know what I mean? Like, it's going to look easy. You're going to notice that after 3-4 rounds, there's a whole nother level to this. And he's going to show it in that ring. He is too versatile. Shout out to Sinister, the free thinker. Shout out to you, brother. I'll be dropping the link in a little bit for you guys to join Maestro and Kenny T, by the way. They'll be going live at the top of the hour. After that, ATP Uncensored on G Funkies, but check it out. I could say whatever I want to say, but Crawford does have to go out to the ring and prove it, of course. I know that. Of course. And I believe he will. I believe he will. I'm not too sure if he stops him, but I know he'll win handedly. And there's like a movement out here that keeps trying to prove that Crawford ain't shit, and they keep throwing fighters at him, right? That people swear that, oh no, Khan. I mean, Khan. The thing about Khan is, yeah, Khan gets knocked out, but he's a better boxer than Crawford. You know, he's going to be outboxing him until Crawford knocks him out. Boy, were those people wrong. I mean, have they acknowledged? Of course, people don't acknowledge shit like that. Well, I had him winning. Like, okay, but that's not how it went, brother. This fight needs to happen. And if this fight doesn't happen, for the love of God, Crawford needs to get out of that contract. Become a free agent or go to PBC, man, because that's where the smoke is at a welterweight. You know, that's just the reality of the situation. If somebody was at 140, I would tell him to go to top rank or be a free agent. If somebody was, you know, it just depends on the weight class. It depends where you are, of course, you know. 154, you know, you got to work with PBC, you know. Other divisions is different, you know. So, look, Crawford shouldn't be in long contracts anyway now. He should stay away from lengthy contracts now. Crawford. Just stay away from it. Just go at a fight by fight basis. Look for the biggest fights. That's what he should do. A lot of people are jumping off the Crawford ship. I'm jumping off the ship in terms of like having him number 1 pound for pound or stuff, because he hasn't really proven it. You know, I could concede that because of the level of opposition. But a Porter fight is a big fight because we're going to be able to use that measuring stick, even though we shouldn't be doing, you know, triangle theory and, oh, he did better than this guy, etc., all that. We shouldn't even be doing that. But nonetheless, let me put this link down here. In 5 minutes, Maestro will be live, guys. So I'm just letting you guys know. One blank period, you know what I mean? Last 5 minutes or so, I'll join them before uncensored and all that good stuff. So that's Maestro Boxing in the chat. Go there, subscribe, hit that bell button so you're notified when Maestro A goes live. Maestro A. I agree, Nadim. I mean, look, if Crawford gets beat up by Porter and stopped, like some people are saying, I honestly doubt that. Like I'm telling you guys right now, I doubt that very seriously. But let's say that happens, and obviously whatever barometer I had of Crawford is way off, right? But I just don't think it's going to be off like that. I just don't. James Valdez, you say Bud's been hit hard and shook by smaller guys. Yeah, man, but look, I get it. Like I get why fans think that way, right? You would think, well, yeah, if he got hurt at lightweight, I mean, why wouldn't this dude at welterweight hurt him, right? Here's the thing. There's a lot of factors that go into boxing, I think. You know what I mean? Like guys cutting weight, you know, when they dehydrate themselves, it can make them a little weaker, you know. And I think that's an aspect of the sport I don't think guys take into account. But there's other aspects where they have an advantage when they do dehydrate themselves, like they're stronger on fight night. You know what I mean? So like maybe the positives outweigh the negatives, but one of the negatives is if you get caught clean, maybe it kind of makes it possible that you could be weak on the knees. You know what I mean? Not enough oxygen in your brain. That's number one, right? But also people underestimate the fact that a lot of KOs are not the strength of the punch, but the accuracy of the punch. Like, I think we can all agree that if you look at an Antonio Margarito or a Miguel Cotto, right? If you just look at them and you look at a Juan Manuel Marquez, you can see that they're bigger, far bigger men than Marquez. You know, bigger girth. I'm sure they're stronger. I'm sure they could lift more. I'm sure they could hit harder, right? But they just don't have the accuracy and the timing of the right hand of Marquez. Marquez is the one that knocked out Pacquiao. Not Cotto, who hit Manny several times with big hooks. Not Margarito, who hit Manny several times flush. It was the smaller guys that knocked Manny out. It was the smaller dudes. By the way, the link is right there, guys. So make sure you go to Maestro A Boxing. The link is right there. And I'll leave it at that. Just look at Manny Pacquiao. Manny was never been sparked by a big dude. And he's been hit flush by big dudes. I'm just putting that out there, right? There's guys that, like, were stopped. Like, I think Huck, if I'm not mistaken, Huck was stopped by Cunningham at cruiserweight. Povetkin hit him flush several times and couldn't stop Huck, right? It's not always about that. Like I think people put, like, it, don't get me wrong, and that's where you have to get to the nuances of it, and of course size matters, but accuracy in the shots is what hurts guys, okay? When Gamboa hurt Crawford, he was catching with accurate shots in movement. Pacquiao was lunging forward when Marcus caught him with that perfect straight right. It was a perfect collision. It was like that anchor punch collision that Muhammad Ali talked about. So that is definitely something people need to keep in mind, right? With that said, this is DstyleBoxing. I'll put the link in the chat. Everyone, go to Maestro A Boxing, mano a mano. I'm out of here, guys. Peace. Peace out. Peace out. Enjoy this video if you want. You know what I mean?
With his trainer, Eddie Reynoso, wearing black with white, also weighing in at 167.6 pounds. In his professional career, 54 victories, including 36 big wins by knockout, only one defeat with 2 draws, and he's undefeated for 6 years. And considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best in the world. He's the former two-time light middleweight world champion, former middleweight world champion, former light heavyweight world champion, the reigning, defending super middleweight champion of the world, damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, México, presentando al gran campeón, Saúl Canelo.
Hispanics are causing panic, baby. Let's do it.
The next victory, I need a pound on the chest like Tito, man.
I got you. Hey, but the thing is that after the win, you have so much thing in your mind that you want to do. Like I've been practicing this for like the past 3 fights. I haven't done it yet. I've been practicing getting in the rope and saying, this is boxing, this is top rank. I haven't done it yet. It's just so many things.
It's mini Puerto Rico, and boy, did he make them happy and give them something to celebrate, Tim.
He wasted no time.